snuggle. Okay.
Well, I'm not asking for snuggles, but just it's just a cameo. That's all.
Yeah,
It's not Snuggles, bro. It's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, as long as we say no homo, it's okay.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the MILF Manor on the Learning Channel.
Well, yeah, you learn a lot from it. You know what? Fine, man.
You learn a lot
Manor,
about human nature.
MILF Manor, fine.
You know about MILF Manor,
You want
right?
to do MILF Manor?
Oh, I know too much about MILF Manor.
Yeah, one of the sons got pink eye because he ate ass.
Wait, I didn't.
That happens in the show.
Yeah.
I watched a video of
not-
someone else that watched it, and then I explained.
Yeah,
like,
well,
the
I
first two
feel like
episodes.
that's a situation where it's like, when you're eating like wings, like buffalo wings or whatever, and when you eat it, you can't touch your eye, right? Like it's like
right because it'll be on fire.
It's the same thing when you're touching buttholes, man. But
yeah, don't touch your eye.
But you might forget,
Really? Really? Might you forget? I don't think so, man.
But you just can't do that in the same house as your mom. I mean, you're a grown man, dude. Why are you moving back in with your mom to have sex with other people's moms? Like, with those guys in the house.
I don't know.
Like,
man.
what is that situation? What is that?
weird.
That's like an animal. That's an animal situation. That's like meerkat shit. Like, that's how humans don't do that. Bro, come on, man. And fuck people's moms, like, at your house. Like,
Well,
not in the house with other people there. Please.
The part where they're like,
sorry, dude.
Oh, you
Identify
actually saw
them.
some of it.
yeah, I saw a couple people doing kind of like their commentary on it, and there's the part where it's like, all right, I close your eyes and feel up these shirtless guys. It's your son, and there's a lady who feels her son's chest and instantly is just like,
dude.
that's my son. Which tells you she has been feeling her son up before this, so she knows what he feels like.
On, dude? Come on, man. This is like Fall of the Roman Empire shit we're getting to now. On the Learning Channel.
They're blindfolded playing pin the tail on the Roman Empire.
On the Learning Channel.
We got 6 characters here. Who do you guys want to see first? And you can also take turns. Like Tim, I know you were interested in playing. Alex, I don't know if you want to actually play yourself.
Hey, afternoon. How's it going?
What's up, man? How you doing, dude?
You know what? He was actually supposed to be playing with us tonight, but then the beta does not have an option to invite specific players. It's just like random online matchmaking.
That's lame.
Right? I was so disappointed because that was going to be afternoon tunes, like first time on our stream.
Afternoon tune, you are like one of the bros of this channel, man.
That is absolutely true. That's absolutely
real.
Your support is so important to us, man.
Seriously. And I just enjoy our conversations, in general, too. But, this is really weird. I thought, that seems like a simple thing for a beta to have. Yeah. When the full game comes out, we'll have them on, though.
Yeah.
I'm so cool. Because the full game will let you invite specific players. Anyway, do you guys want to pick a character? Go with anybody, man.
You know what? You pick the first one.
All right. Let's go. So, let's do first. Katana, I say go with her. Katana, all right, you know what? Afternoon tune gets to pick. Do the long hair.
I do admire your locks, man.
You can't quite tell because of the headphones, but my hair's getting...
Yeah.
It's not like it was in high school. I had
Yeah.
My hair was as long as yours when we were in high school.
When you had red hair.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it was like a little... Tim's hair's better. Fair enough. Yeah. You got... Oh, then Katana.
You should see him without the headset. His hair is just like volume out the wazoo.
My hair is thick.
It bounces back to perfect form.
He's very Italian, man.
I'm very Italian. I have thick, luscious locks.
I'm fucking Italian, too. I'm a 4th-generation immigrant. Not that means anything.
Okay.
I'm, almost half.
Yeah.
See, that is a bit more.
I don't sunburn very easily.
Yeah.
My skin will actually get darker.
I actually tan pretty well for Scandinavia.
Yeah, usually you guys don't get that much.
Right.
I feel like it's not common.
I got a little bit of Southern French in there.
Kang gang. I'm sorry, I might just be stupid, but I feel like I need clarification on what that means. Kang gang. I'm sorry. Oh, Liu Kang. Yes. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, that's right. I should have known that. Yeah, no, hell yeah. I think this is the coolest Liu Kang has probably ever been in the entire franchise, to be honest. So, Alex, you don't... I mean, the Mortal Kombat story is extremely convoluted. I don't know if you played the last one either.
I played a bit of it.
Like story mode, though?
Not story mode.
So, this is a reboot, and literally the only thing you need to know is that Liu Kang and Raiden basically, like, switch places, and Liu Kang is the god now. And so in this new reboot, he's like the creator of the universe. And he is like the god of time and shit. And yeah, he is like the most badass I think he's ever been.
Nice.
He's fucking great in this game. And we got a little bit of it at the end of the last one. I never remember off the top of my head.
Favorite part about Mortal Kombat is stopping, like, time to do research.
Right. Which one? I've seen all of them, I guess, so, but which one specifically are you asking about? Oh my god, the newest one? I fucking hated that movie so much, dude.
I couldn't believe there were gnomes.
There was a gnome. There was a gnome. Somebody got killed with a gnome. Like, they got a gnome jammed in their eye, and that's how they died. That was the fatality.
Like that movie knew that I was gonna hate. That was a fuck you
directly to him.
Directly to me.
No, I hated that movie. I thought it was fucking garbage. That movie, like, genuinely, like, pissed me off. Mm-hmm. The only thing about it that like made me happy was that there was a gnome in it, so he was even more upset. That was the only good thing about that movie.
I was furious, man. I feel like the gnome stuff's dying. I don't want to jinx myself. Like,
yeah, don't even say it.
You got some word around here, dude. But yeah, let me knock on that. But I do feel like it's dying down a little bit. Guess people gotta find something to fill the void. You know, bacon or craft beer, or gnomes.
Bacon, craft beer, gnomes, sometimes, you know.
There's something to base their personality around.
Afternoon Tune, did you know that gnomes in your yard are one of the #1 signs of people being swingers, apparently?
It's an interesting thing, man.
Huh.
Yeah.
I gotta wonder, like...
I don't know how that started, but it did.
It does make me feel bad for all the poor sons of bitches that do have gnomes in their yard.
That don't know how to swing.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah, that is a fun fact. I had so much fun learning that fact.
Alex didn't. We bought him so many gnomes.
Yeah, but they aren't displayed anywhere.
Well, I mean, you know, I feel like you're
you know, it's the Minnesota in me, man. Like, I should just throw all that shit right in the garbage.
Well, we've all kept the bad gifts, though.
I know. That's why
if I don't throw away that copy of Green Lantern that you got me, you can't throw away the gnomes.
I know, dude. I have them. They're in the bin. They're
Kenshi, I don't find him difficult to play, but I do think he's complicated in a... But again, I guess I just play a lot of these games, so maybe I'm a bad reference point for that. I felt like he was still easy to pick up and kind of work with fairly quickly, but he definitely has certain moves that make him feel like he's the most complicated and has the most, like, potential for, like, really brutal, like, long-form combos.
Yeah, I feel like that tracks kind of for his... Because some of his combos traditionally have been rather absurd.
Yeah. Yes, we are going to play online, too. I figure we'll do a couple rounds. Here, Tim, do you want to try, pick a character, play a couple rounds? We'll do, like, a couple for each character in the tower, just so you can kind of get a feel for them. And then once we do that, then we'll go online. And then I'll get my ass handed to me.
Hey, man, it is what it is.
No, I like, my thing with fighting games is I've always been good enough at them that I could kick the shit out of the computer and all of my friends. But the second I go online, I am completely outclassed skill-wise.
There's Korean 12-year-olds and
that are just like all they're doing.
Angry German, teenagers and shit like that.
I love all of Johnny Cage's animations.
Johnny Cage is fucking classic.
Oh, they've done such a good job with all his little animations. One of his special moves is just like throwing his sunglasses behind him and then pulling another pair out, and like that is an attack. And then if you pause, you can get your list of specials and stuff too. Question about the game, because it's easy, because they turn the characters back into how they were from the 90s. No, well, so in certain places, like, the way you look at the camera here. So there's two rosters of characters. There are the playable characters, and then there are the cameo fighters, which are like assist characters, right? That you can, like, just like that, come in and do like a throw or like one attack, and they can help you build combos and stuff. The cameo characters, those do look like their original appearance designs. The playable, like, main cast of characters, those are all brand new iterations that are totally new to this game. But all of the cameo characters have, like, their classic looks. So there's a little bit of, there's, like, all this fresh stuff, and there is these assist characters kind of give you this fun, non-canon, old-school nostalgia kind of stuff. So you get a little bit of both, which I think is really cool. Yeah, mash those buttons. No, I actually went and played online I did quite a bit last night. Pause, yeah, and then you can go to your move list and you can look at the thing. They're all like 3 directional inputs and a face button, so they're not too complicated. Teabag. There you go. And then the other thing that's cool too is Teabag Online. See, I feel like the fatalities are more of like a gotcha almost.
Yeah.
But
I mean, nothing like balls to the face.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about balls to the face. That is classic.
It is quite.
Yeah, it's
it is degrading.
It's demoralizing, and that's the ultimate defeat. Right
no,
there.
But no, last night I went and played a bunch of matches online, and I went on and I was like evenly matched. Okay, yeah, Kano was definitely the best part.
I mean, Kano's the best.
But you know what's weird to me though is they're doing a sequel to that movie, right? And
why?
They got, just listen to them.
I
Just
don't
listen.
want to hear it, man.
But
this is how we about shit I don't want to see.
Well, yes, that's true. But the thing that's weird to me is they got Carl Urban coming to play Johnny Cage in the second one. But wouldn't Carl Urban have made way more sense as Kano? Wouldn't he have been a better casting choice? Because I don't see him as Johnny Cage.
No, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, I don't. Too sleek, too douchey, too too pretty. Yeah. Like, I mean, not that Carl Urban's like ugly or anything, but like he is like a dark, moody-looking guy. He's not.
Like the Ryan Reynolds type, I mean, maybe a little beefier than that, but like.
Yeah, I mean, he was originally based on Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh, right. Like back in the day, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That guy, man, he does the splits pretty good, man.
He does. But I do agree that Kano was the best part of that movie, even though I hated that movie. At least the actor playing Kano was trying to have fun. Like he's been like the only actor that showed up and was like, oh, I'm going to have a good time here.
I would enjoy not playing in Bond.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Just real weird with him.
Sounds like Silver Mercy, maybe.
Next villain.
Yeah, because Christopher Nolan made it before he
he's been talking about that for a while. My ideal James Bond movie that I thought about for years was like, fan casting. It was Idris Elba starring as Bond, directed by Christopher Nolan, with Michael Fassbender as the villain.
Michael Fassbender would be good.
That's what I wanted. Like let him really do that. That was like my dream James Bond film. Well, and then I guess I'm curious to ask. Let's get focused on playing. But Alex and Afton to both of you. How many Mortal Kombat games have you played? How much of this series you actually
I never played the old stuff. I think PS3 onwards.
So 9 when they kind of the first time they did it.
Really yeah, 100%.
So that's kind of
you got me hooked on that.
Okay. 9 was just 11. Okay, nice. I mean, 11 was great too. Oh, and then if you go to cameo moves, that's what I was going to say earlier. The cameos also have fatalities. Huh. The only thing to know is that the cameo characters, because like the distance you are from the opponent matters when performing a fatality. So for all of the cameo fatalities, at least the ones here in the beta, you want to be like pretty far backed up onto the other side of the screen when you do it.
Okay.
Like just a decent space away. Like that's probably good. Yeah, there you go. Whereas, like, with the playable characters, are mostly, like, you want to be, like, up close. That's always been an element of the fatalities, and how to do them has been, like, the distance on the map at which you are, the proximity to which you are from the other characters. No, my first Mortal Kombat game, I was, like, 4, I think I was 4, and I got a real...
Would you like to give it a...
Yeah, do you want to try? You can go back to the beginning and pick a different character if you want. No. Alright. No one so far. No one's a new. There's not one new character so far. Yeah, so far everybody that's been announced is a returning character. But my first Mortal Kombat game, I got pneumonia really bad when I was like 4. And when I was in I was in like the children's hospital, and they had the Super Nintendo. And so I actually did start with the first one.
That's crazy that they would put more on
Yeah.
Bro, you know what N64 games are going to play?
A lot, I imagine.
Oh man, I had to get my Wii.
Yeah. And then it was less expensive than an N64 game.
No, insurance covered it, so I don't even But
insurance doesn't cover N64 games.
No, but it takes. So apparently, if you have to get your windshield replaced on a newer car, right? They put these fucking safety sensors in the windshield that have to be calibrated. It takes like 2 to 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
So I had to go. So I didn't have anything to do but wander around the strip mall. So I wandered over to the pawn shop. You know what a top a like not even close to mint condition is like. Conquer's Bad Fur Day, N64 game, unboxed.
Like used in like acceptable condition.
Yeah. $130.
God damn. Ooh, that is serious dough for one game.
For just one and not even in the box anymore.
I bet you that's not even that expensive if you go online and really start looking at it.
Probably.
No, yeah, that's insane, dude. No, I got, but no, seriously, I don't think, I've never... The only one of these games that I haven't spent a significant amount of time playing is the 4th game. The 4th game was the last one to release in arcades, and the first one to release on home consoles. Like the first, like 1, 2, and 3 got released on like the Super Nintendo, like after their original arcade releases, a little later. But 4 was like same day released in arcades, same day out on the PlayStation 1. I didn't have a PlayStation 1 as a kid.
Gotcha, yeah.
So that's the only one I've never spent like a lot of time on. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, go great. Yeah, absolutely, man. There's a ton of beer in there. I usually save it for when Ulysses are here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a diehard Mortal Kombat fan. I mean, Afternoon Tune. Have I shown you my tattoo? I have a big Mortal Kombat tattoo. Like a big one. I'm not kidding when I say big. Probably took, I think it was like 7-8 hours in the chair. Yeah. I'll send you. I'll just send you. It's on my back. I don't want to take my shirt off, so I'm just gonna send you a picture on this. Right?
Well, you don't want to strip on the stream?
No, not really. But I'll send you a picture.
We gotta get a hot tub.
I'm not doing hot tub streams.
What? No, you're just chatting. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, come on, do it for the money, man. You
Flip on stream.
You fucking
How many subs for hot? Yeah. Well, okay. How if I can figure out how much getting a hot tub would actually cost, and people will, and we can get that many subs so that I can just get a hot tub to enjoy, then I'll do a hot tub stream. So I guess I don't know. I'd have to figure out what the price of a hot tub would be. I'll do it if I actually get to have a hot tub to enjoy on my own time.
Sell your soul for fucking like $5,000.
Is that how much they cost?
Probably like the lowest.
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Probably the lowest one. I was just in the store this whole lot.
Oh, really?
It was in the strip mall. I went to every store in the strip mall.
You just went to every store.
I was so fucking bored, dude.
$530 on Amazon? Well, you know what? I want to do research.
The real crux is the water bill on filling and emptying.
$31.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Little inflatable pool.
I want to make sure it's a good one.
I want safe to be. Oh, can you please?
No, I'm getting it. I would want to get a good
white trash fucking garbage. I want to see that. That'd be great, dude.
No, it would need to be like a legit.
You can get a tarp. We can get a tarp.
Let's get real classy when we get a tarp in
We'll
here.
get a tarp. I'll put it in the bed of my pickup truck, dude. Special hot tub, dude. Get a propane heater.
It's got to be a real, like, actually good hot tub.
No.
It's got to be a legit hot tub. No. It's gotta be enough subs. No, it's gotta be the price of an actual hot tub. I will commit right now to doing it if it's a real legit hot. 800. I don't know. I have to go and look for myself and do research. I will decide on a hot tub I actually want, and then if we get that much money, I'll buy it and I'll do it.
I like how it started as an argument over respect, and immediately changed it into an argument over money.
Hey man, if people are willing to pay for me to get a hot tub,
I saw some TikTok.
This has got to be a real one. That's all. That's my only stipulation.
I saw some TikTok video.
Okay.
About this girl flipped in her mom's feet on fucking something called Viewfinder. I don't know.
What?
Anyway, she flipped in her mom's feet.
What? Okay, hold on. Do we need to have a conversation about what you're doing on the internet? You're looking at Feet Finder up in here? Like, what's going on?
No. I follow a Twitter account called Crazy Clips, and they just find the weirdest shit. But so some girl.
You follow a Twitter account called Crazy Clips?
Clips.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, dude.
Okay.
Anyway. This girl posted her mom's feet on this thing and bought her mom a Mercedes.
On Feet Finder.
And bought her mom a Mercedes. She was like, yeah, the last few months I put your feet online and I just bought you this Mercedes with the money that your feet made. And like,
that's weird.
Yeah.
That's really
What kind of world we living in, man?
What kind of world are we living in where feet from Feet Finder can make you enough for a car?
Over a few months.
Took me a second to find.
That's tens of thousands of dollars. That's like $20,000. At least $20,000-$30,000 a month. A few months to buy a Mercedes, dude. At $80,000-$90,000 for a Mercedes SUV. Has that much money for feet?
I mean, some people are really into. Quentin Tarantino would probably pay for that. Lee May. So Lee May originally appeared in Mortal Kombat 5 in 2002. I'd be your little Mortal Kombat historian here. So Mortal Kombat. So it was a bit of a dark time in the franchise. Mortal Kombat 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Honestly, none of those are like that great. A lot of the new characters introduced during that period of time were pretty generic and bland. There's a couple that were alright, but Lee May was not interesting at all. So there's a lot of characters that are being pulled from that era of games, kind of resurrected, given like total overhauled redesigns for this new one, and kind of being reintroduced. They seem like brand new characters. In a way, they kind of are, but there is like a little kernel of like concept that many of them existed quite some time. So like the last time Lee May was playable was 17 years ago in 2006 in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. She's like Green Lantern? I don't think I agree with that. I mean, I'd say she's more like Jubilee or Dazzler from X-Men. She's got like firework powers, basically. Right, that's like.
But didn't like Jubilee end up getting like strong enough to do like subnuclear explosions or like subatomic explosions or some shit?
I mean, we haven't seen Lee May's second fatality yet.
Have you ever seen Sage, have you ever seen that video of the kids fighting with Roman candles in the streets in Chicago or whatever?
Oh, and they play the Harry Potter music over it. It's so funny, dude. That shit's great. Alright, so we got a good look at Kenshi, we got a good look at Katana. Who do you guys want to see next? What are we thinking? We've done 2 of 6.
I think Liu Kang's moveset is wildly different in this than his traditional moveset.
Fuck yeah. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, Liu Kang's probably the most different from his typical incarnations.
Sage, have you seen?
Oh, and I did just I did just send you a picture of my tattoo. Took me a hot minute to find that, but yeah.
Sage, did you see the Tesla bots picking shit up?
Dude, don't tell me about the robots. I don't.
Oh man, dude. I don't like it. Apparently, they're 10 times faster than they were earlier this year. I'm figuring out, they're just learning how to figure out how to judge the size and shape of things and stuff like that. They're like babies, dude. They're training them. It's gonna be fucking crazy.
Also, here's see if I can get some distance. Here's Liu Kang's iPod that he likes to throw.
Are people still eating those?
Well, Liu Kang's making people eat them. Look at that.
That's fair. I just loved watching the politicians getting angry about it, where Chuck Schumer's like, these look like candy. And I was like, dude, you're a moron. You are a fucking moron, dude. You look at that and you're like, yummy. We let you run the country. It was like bipartisan, too. I don't remember which Republicans, but some Republicans were talking about that shit, too.
But no, they got rid of Liu Kang's bicycle kick. It's the first time ever he hasn't had that in the game. But they replaced it with that, and because, I don't know, I think it makes the most sense for him to be, kind of super different, because he is, he became, God, and, they totally changed, his role in the story. So it makes sense to kind of give him a bit of a different moveset this time. Fucking great.
And then he's just over
and then Jax is just yeah. Also, I love that. So, like I was saying, how the cameo characters are their original, or at least one of their older classic designs. So, this is Jax from Mortal Kombat 3, and you can really tell based on that design how much they probably just came up with that character just because they watched the movie Predator.
Oh yeah,
right. You can see it's just Carl Weathers.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's just Carl Weathers.
Well, Carl Weathers is fucking badass.
In Mortal Kombat 10, they actually had a alternate Carl Weathers costume for Jax, voiced by Carl Weathers.
Huh.
So, they've even gone so far as to do that. So you know that's where the inspiration came from.
Yeah. I love Carl Weathers.
Well, Liu Kang is based on Bruce Lee originally. Johnny Cage is based on Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jax is based on Carl Weathers. Sector and Cyrax, the robot characters, are based on Predator, how they have those, techno dreads. Thank you. Yeah, that was, 7 hours. But yeah, that's my Mortal Kombat tattoo. I was 3 years old when I came up with the idea for that, and I was like, I'm going to get a Mortal Kombat tattoo, and someday I have a dragon on my back. And, I waited 20 years, and I did not change my mind, and I ended up getting it.
I can get some more ink, man.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I want so many. Every fighting game has a Bruce Lee. Yeah, Mortal Kombat specifically actually started as a Bruce Lee, a literal Bruce Lee video game, and then they lost the rights to do that, and so but they've done a bunch of work already, so they were like, alright, well, what the hell do we do with this? We gotta come up with something, and their Mortal Kombat is what that turned into. But it was literally going to be a Bruce Lee video game. So...
You ever listen to Bruce Lee and interviews?
Yeah.
Dude,
oh yeah.
Fucking badass.
Oh, Bruce Lee was fucking awesome.
Oh my god, dude. One of the coolest
Have you seen Warrior yet?
No.
No, you gotta watch Warrior. Dude. That show's badass. It takes place in during in San Francisco while they had all the Chinese immigrants building the railroad.
Oh, nice.
And it's basically it's like a western and a kung fu film. Watching it now, hell yeah, dude. Warrior's awesome. Tyler introduced me to that. Oh, not like in the new season as much. I'm still in the first season. I'm waiting for Tyler because he wanted to watch it with me. So I haven't seen past the first season yet.
Dude, one of those badass...
That's too bad, though, if season 3 is not as good.
One of the most badass things I've ever heard anybody say when Bruce Lee was talking, and he was like, if I tell you that I'm the greatest...
Oh, shit. Whoops. Well, okay.
He's like, if I tell you I'm good, then there's some... Maybe, you know, you think, oh, I'm like bragging, I'm
right.
I'm whatever. But if I tell you I'm not good, you know I'm lying. Like, I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's, and, you know, fuck yeah, man.
Well, my understanding of that show, Warrior, and it's too bad if it goes downhill in the latest season. That'd be too bad. But at least in the inception of the idea of the show it was actually a show that Bruce Lee actually wanted to make, but because no one took him seriously in Hollywood, it just never happened. And but some guys were able to like finally get it made more recently. It's like a Western that's also a martial arts kind of kung fu. There's some straight up fatalities in that show. So
what I love is how much like kung fu movies and like samurai movies and that mirror Western so much, and they they borrow from each other so much. So I love any time that stuff crosses over. Like,
hell yeah.
Just because they share all the same archetypes, man. Like, you talk about, like, the Romans, like,
did so much and died at 32. If I die at 32, all of them, nothing. Like, not even close.
But, yeah, I mean, but he went at, like, so hard. Like, that man was determined. Like, he had, like, the spirit of a fucking dragon.
Yeah, just like that one.
Right.
I like that this Liu Kang can shoot dragons.
Yeah, he just shoots, because he always could do fireballs, but now it's just straight up dragons.
Like, the fire magic is so much more intense, and it's mixed with that, the blue it's a really cool visual dichotomy.
You know, Jackie Chan was never as cool as Bruce Lee, but it's really sad now that he's like a shell for the Communist Party in China.
Yeah, it's sad to watch.
It's sad to watch. He was still cool, man. I mean, like, he did some crazy stuff. It's
a goofy-ass fatality. So the other thing, too, is the cameo characters are... Their fatalities that they have are their fatalities from the arcade games. And not only are their designs from those original incarnations, their fatalities are also the fatalities they had back then in the arcade days. Yeah, Jack's just straight up turned into, like, Giant Man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry, keep going.
Oh, I mean, that's all I really had to say.
Oh, okay. So, let's do...
I hadn't even been aware that he was doing anything
Goliath, there you go.
Communist Party.
Oh, yeah, he's become like a hardcore... I mean, he probably didn't want to. He's probably...
Yeah, I mean, you have no idea, but he's talked about
how... It is sad to watch.
He's talking about how he wants to leave Hollywood to, like, make nationalistic, like, propaganda, basically. For, like, I mean, I don't remember exactly how he worded it, but...
Him and the likeness of Bruce Willis that his family signed over for corporations to buy. You know about that, right?
He was in that Russian insurance commercial. I showed you that, right?
And his family signed it over.
Yeah, Bruce Willis is like got a hard.
Yeah, he has like.
Yeah, his daughter hates him.
Yeah, he has space dementia or whatever. So now he's
space dementia.
He got it from Steve Buscemi.
Oh yeah, Jackie Chan's daughter. Yeah, kicked her out for being gay. Yeah, it's because he's told me he's been like forced to like adopt the communist state.
He's kind of become like the central.
He probably doesn't really even feel that way. I bet he doesn't. I honestly.
Well, Jackie Chan's from Hong Kong, man. But like
yeah, remember how that shit went down?
When it went down in Hong Kong was when they made Jackie Chan into like a symbol of like assimilation into like China. Like they forced him into like the spotlight.
Yep.
Like, and used him as a pawn in the kind of crackdown.
It's really sad.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Well, I mean, just what happened to Hong Kong in general.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
that was fucked up to watch.
Look at what's happened to Miles Gold.
Well, he actually did during his
fatality, or during his ultimate. But yeah,
see if there was sunglasses there.
Yeah, when they cracked down on Hong Kong, and it was kind of like
it was horrifying to watch, dude.
Yeah, well, I knew people that were there when it happened.
Well, right, Cecilia was
her brother and all of her in-laws were there.
Oh, well, to be honest, kind of just an element of Mortal Kombat is it constantly is changing its iteration.
I like how its abilities are things like Rising Star.
Oh, yeah.
Like Hollywood, like...
It's those Tide Pods he keeps throwing.
Well, you know, they look like candies. I make decisions about foreign policy, and I would be a Tide Pod.
On their own little Hollywood Walk of Fame star. And the name is different, right? It's I've also seen this fatality, like 4 or 5 completely different facial expressions that he's made, too. So they've also made, like, a bunch of different... But no, yeah, legit, like, the faces for every character are significantly different, like, every single game. Like, I don't think they're ever...
they're having a fight at Down and Page.
There's also, in this stage, there is totally there's a Roomba going around that will actually, like, clean up blood trails on the floor if it goes past, like, where you're fighting. I've even seen footage of people, like in the during the fatality where the Roomba will, like, come and sweep over the dead body parts. It's pretty funny. Oh, see, it's trapped into the chair back there. You can see it in the corner. So that Roomba will, like, actually move around the whole stage.
That's hilarious.
That's a fun little thing.
You think we're gonna have, like, the Jetsons future men, like robot maids and things?
I think the Jetsons is very optimistic.
I really do want that Jetsons future man.
You know what I don't feel safe about the Jetsons future? Having treadmills on the outside of your house, like 50,000 feet in the air. Like, that seems incredible.
50,000 feet in the air.
Yeah, but also, would you? I mean, like, that's one thing. But can you imagine going on a treadmill that's outside?
I told you.
What if you fucking get distracted for like a second?
They're trying to launch fucking space station condos into space by 2025, right?
I do know that, yeah.
Like privately owned space stations. Like, you can go out there.
We've gone too far.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I like the idea of space.
I prove to be I
feel like the corporate version of it.
I'm willing to be.
Which is the version that we're gonna get.
Well, yeah, dude, the moon, dude. You know, is only gonna be. You've seen that crazy stadium in Las Vegas that has the projected images across it, right? Like, it's only gonna be.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that? How fucking like Blade Runner that shit looks?
It's extremely Blade Runner.
MGM sphere, dude.
But I think that the point that you should really take away from it is that it's only a matter of time until the actual moon is a Pepsi logo.
No, there was.
Come on, you know that's happening.
Remember that? It's not I Am Legend. It was the Will Smith movie where he was like a superhero.
Hancock.
Hancock.
Yeah, that movie was stupid.
They were advertising on the moon.
They were. Yeah, that was predictive.
So yeah.
I actually like the first 2/3 of that movie, and then the last act is what ruins it. I actually like the beginning of it, but
no,
just,
I mean,
yeah,
the future's gonna get crazy, man.
Like, was he just cucking that dude, or was he being cucked?
Yeah, he was being cucked. Yeah,
like,
the movie he was a superhero, but then it turned out that he was actually an immortal, like, mythological god, and the woman that was dating, like, his, like, new best friend was actually the goddess that he used to be married to. So he was getting cucked in that movie. That's absolutely the case. Hey man, life imitates art, imitates life art.
Yeah, probably what drew him to the movie. You're like, I don't know what it is, but I like this script.
Yeah, and he really related to it.
It was Freudian.
See, Lee May seems to have some pretty neat abilities.
Oh, she's fucking badass. And this was a character I didn't even see any potential in bringing back. But they fucking I mean, they did an amazing job with it.
Yeah, like...
That goes to show any of the kind of lame characters from, like, 4 through 8 could potentially come back and be awesome.
There's usually an angle to fix something.
Yeah.
There are very few visionaries and gnomes out there. Just like things that were irreparable, like...
They both have a K in their name, so they might have.
I'm trying to think, like, the only time I can really ever think of them being like straight up like a couple is when they were both zombies in 10, and they like ruled the Nether Realm. I think that's it. I think that's the only time they ever actually got together.
Can we please get an Inhumanoids reboot?
Oh, I would love it.
Oh my god.
Inhumanoids absolutely should fucking come back.
Andy Tartakovsky just get on that shit, dude. And,
oh my god, that'd be amazing. Did you ever see Inhumanoids? It was an 80s children's cartoon about them excavating deep in the earth and awakening eldritch gods, and one of them was the corpse of an alligator god that like would rip its own ribcage open and shove people inside it like a prison. And his name was Decompose, and he had like blood coming down his face all the time.
Oh, it was.
This was for kids. This was a children's show.
Dude, it was wild.
Decompose. There were like Evil Dead Deadite transformations.
Yeah,
he would like scratch people, and they would like mutate.
Dialogue was good. That shit was funny. Like that was like the nostalgia that people look at 80s cartoons with because they haven't gone back and watched them again.
But that one was actually
like you can actually feel that way about it.
And the banter between the characters was legitimately well written.
It's so fucking obscure, but
dude, in that show, there's a character that like, to be honest, kind of feels like a Trump parody. But he gets like arrested and goes to prison, and his cellmate is a serial killer named Herman Mangler because they couldn't say human Mangler. Right? That was the only thing they couldn't get past the censors. His name was Herman Mangler, and they like do like a prison escape, and he like fucking dies, like melting in a pool of acid, screaming, and then they like pull his bones up, like afterwards, and they like resurrect him as a demon. And he's got like a spinal cord for an arm that he like whips people in the back with.
Makes me think of the Bad of Acid episode.
Yeah.
We're sure those were his bones.
Dude, that decompose at one point.
He was the same voice actor for Starscream, but he sounded way cooler in Inhumanoids.
That decompose character at one point touches one of like. There's like a woman who's like part of the expedition.
Oh yeah.
So she transforms into this fucking like demon witch. Like I mean, I'm talking like the darkest of like.
Oh yeah, no. It was like an Evil Deadite transformation.
And he's dancing with her among their army of like the undead or whatever. And he's like, "We will rule the empire of darkness."
This is for kids. This is for
and they're like
kids.
Ballroom dancing with a bunch of like zombie demons, dude.
Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro.
That shit was awesome.
Do you remember Skeleton Warriors, dude? Where
Skeleton Warriors?
Dude, that was like a fucking Metallica cover, like.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
All right.
Skeletons on like bikes, like.
So we have played every character except for Sub-Zero, which is the one I've practiced with the most. Now we're going online.
Okay.
Now we're going to go online. Yeah. Because Sub-Zero was the only character I've actually like spent time already playing online with.
I got you.
So I figured I'd save him for that.
But, oh man, I mean the 80s did have, some of the cartoons.
I'm going to get my okay, never mind.
Do you remember how good the theme, you remember how good the theme for Mask is?
Oh, Mask is
a masterpiece.
The show itself sucks.
Oh, it's awful.
The theme is great.
It's awful, but the theme is a masterpiece of 80s music.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I like 80s music, and some of those cartoon themes are some of the best that there was.
All right. Yeah, I am probably going to get my ass absolutely handed to me here. But, I will say, last night I went and played a bunch of matches online, and I played against one person that kicked my ass up and down the whole fucking thing. And then they rematched, kicked my ass again, rematched, kicked my ass again. But I played with that same person like 10 times, and I watched and I tried to learn.
With your big ass ego, you'd fit right in.
Oh, they've also the character interactions are part of the character select screen instead of the actual match now. So like they've changed the order of how that happens, which is interesting.
You think Tom Cruise probably still has a career, right?
Probably. I mean,
he's literally the only. Top Gun was one of the only movies that made money.
I know. I'm just saying, this Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, that didn't do as well. I've also just heard it isn't as good as the other because I've been really enjoying the last couple of movies in the series, but this one I've heard just is not as good as the others. So
yeah.
I think that actually has more to do with its genuine quality than anything else.
Yeah. I do have to say, man, the whole, Barbie and Oppenheimer thing was
Yeah, the meme like shot that shit up.
Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
You see that? What was it? Sony just or no, not was it? No, Warner Brothers. Yeah, got their Japanese branch asked the main studio to apologize for the publicity branch.
Well, that's so stupid though, because that's just fans that did that. That wasn't the company itself.
Well, the actual Mattel, like the Twitter,
did they
was
actually engage in it?
retweeting Barbenheimer stuff. Yeah, and they were just like, "Come on, that's kind of insensitive to
Japan can go shoving, man.
But
they
it's
like
like
to go to their tribe and celebrate.
Make 9/11 jokes constantly.
Oh, well, that was what was so funny about it, was that, so Japanese people started, or at least Japanese Twitter started doing 9/11 Barbie memes. It's like, oh, you see how you like it? But then Americans loved the memes and started doing 9/11 Barbie memes too.
That's why that needs to be the next Transformers.
Hey, I won.
Nice, there you go.
9/11 is hilarious.
It's...
Comedy is tragedy plus time. All right, that is it. That is the only formula for comedy.
And unacknowledged truth, which...
9/11
is drowning in that shit.
Someone clip that. Here, I'll do it again. 9/11 is hilarious. There you go.
Nobody cares.
I can't believe I just won that, though. I expected going to online expecting to get my ass completely handed to me, and actually managed to win.
Round 1, fight.
Maybe next game, right? So what else we got?
Gosh, well, you listeners will probably tell us more specific details about it at work, or not at work, on the Tuesday stream. But there was the most prolific female, most prolific serial killer in recent times, and one of the most prolific female serial killers ever, just got caught in England. She was murdering infants in the hospital, and she killed a ton of them before she got caught. And she managed to mostly get away with it because she was doing it in like super different ways, almost doing like a Hannibal thing where she is intentionally
she was gaslighting the other doctors and saying, well, this baby was already their insulin was already a little off, so him dying from an insulin excess, that's normal.
Yep, she's doing and it'd be different every time. So that was one, and then it'd be something totally other.
Yeah, it went from 3 in a year to 15 or something.
I do gotta say, man, those sociopaths, man, they find a way. They do whatever job, they're like, oh man, where's the good spot to go?
I mean, to be honest, women have always been as bad as men. let's be real about it.
They're big on the poisoning people.
That's why they say poison is a woman's weapon, right? Because that shit happens all the time in the actual historical context.
I admire that, though. Sometimes you go, girl, man. You fucking murder that guy for his money, and you go find another guy. You do what you gotta do, man.
That's why I like the women in Mortal Kombat. They like to actually fucking throw down.
That's right. You gotta search yourself.
I don't respect the poison shit at all. No matter who does it, dude.
That's fucked up.
So I know which ending you picked for Ghost of Tsushima. The honorable ending because you poisoned them. Therefore, you just alright, I'm gonna kill my own with the honorable way. That all makes sense in a very...
Oh, damn, she got me. That was a close match, though.
It was
very close.
You're not doing bad, dude.
No, I mean, I don't necessarily feel like I have to win all the time to have fun. I think people that do that are like that's not fun to watch.
Were you Lee Man?
Huh? No, I was Sub-Zero. I got close. Let's see if they want a rematch. Hey, look at that rematch.
There you go.
The only thing is when you rematch, you can't select different characters. Yeah. So that is one thing.
Okay.
God, you are just not clowning around this one.
No, whoever this person is like, alright, fuck you, I'm going at you now. Honestly, I haven't really noticed any major things that I would like changed. This game, to me, so far is playing a lot more like 9, and that was probably my favorite game in the franchise is 9. So the fact that it's like super close to that, I think it's fucking great. Oof, damn. Yeah, that time I did get my ass handed to me. But yeah, I honestly don't have really any complaints with how this plays so far. It's a little simpler than the last two. It's more newcomer friendly, I think. Easier to just pick it up and kind of figure it out. Like, I think 9 was really good about that, and then 10 and 11. Like, 10 had, like, these character variations where, like, every character had 3 different versions that played differently, and then 11 had the whole thing where you could, like, customize the move sets, and so there were, like, even more special moves than normal, because you could swap different ones out, so, like, everybody would have, like, a different build, and then... That's a solid little combo there. And so this seems like you just pick a character and the character has their set, and there's not really anything different about it.
They even have like the quick move list if you're just looking for your move.
Yeah, if you just want your special. Well, that was still, I think, true in the other one. It was more just that you had this option of like changing what that quick move list was if you went into like other settings. This seems like your character is static again, and I prefer that. I just think it makes more sense. It's just simpler. Like I said, newcomer friendly especially, which is being a reboot makes a lot of sense. This Sub-Zero also is like all about the puns, so we should really get Michael in here to play.
Oh yeah. Especially since he's your online character that you made. I think that'll be wonderful.
Oh, wow. And it's out, you know what, I kind of like, in some ways, I like how easy it is to miss that now. Because, like, in the last couple games, it was hard to avoid those. And I think now that you can kind of get out of getting hit by those moves, if you're skilled enough to do so, it just makes it more balanced. Because, like, that one attack, right, those fatal blows, like, that knocks off, like, this massive chunk of your health, right?
Yeah.
And so if there's no way to, like, be good enough to avoid those attacks, it can feel really cheap when you get hit by them. So even though, like, it makes it, you know, it goes both ways, it's also harder to hit people with them, I think it makes the game a lot more balanced.
Nice. Yeah.
Neither of you guys want to try playing online?
No.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, no, I'm
yeah,
sorry, man. I'm a passive observer in most of the
I think you do all right against the game. There's a very easy mode if you want to play against the computer. Do little, like, baby's first Mortal Kombat. No, I totally understand. Like I said, I'm not even that good at these. I just have fun. Ooh, that's laggy. I know it's not my internet connection. Mine's been smooth this whole time. Oof. Wow, that's really slowing down.
As long as it's gone by the fight. Nope. Whoa.
Ooh, yeah, that's bad slowdown. The easiest character to play I would say, oof. I just have Comcast, but my internet's pretty damn fast. I'm pretty sure that was glitchy because of the other person, because those first several matches we did were fine.
Before, yeah.
See, I just
that
have,
counts as a win.
well, it's funny. If you're playing with somebody,
that's how you get the apps. You just have shit internet.
no, that actually doesn't.
Okay.
That doesn't actually count. But if somebody like rage quits a fight because they're losing, and they quit, from your perspective, the character will actually like snap their own neck and kill themselves, and it goes quitality at the top, and you actually get a win on your win-loss ratio for it.
That's great.
No, so easiest character, I would say either Li Mei or Liu Kang. I would say of the characters that are in the beta, either Li Mei or Liu Kang. They seem like they have the easiest special moves, the most kind of the pop-up potential with their combo potential and stuff. They're like their special moves do a lot of like pop-up, where that's where you like when you hit somebody and it like gets them, it solidly gets them in the air. Right, so like kind of makes it an opening for a combo. So like a pop-up attack, like hit them and then bounce them into the air, so you can kind of keep going. Technical fighting game jargon that you probably don't care about.
Well, it's fine, man. I give you a lot of technical stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of... Yeah, that's true. No, I mean, we both do that. I do wish there was more stages in this, to be honest. There's 2 stages in this demo, but they also both have day-night variations, too, so that does keep them fresh.
You see the meeting they had in South Africa?
Oh, about, like... half the world not using the dollar anymore. Oh yeah, no, we're fucked, dude. We're completely fucked. The U.S. economy is gonna crash.
You see
the petrodollar's going away.
You see Dubai took rupees from India for oil, man.
Yep.
Everybody's selling.
The dollar's not going to be the global reserve currency anymore.
Post World War II global order. It's not good. What's coming next? It looks like China's leading the way, that's for sure.
Oh, it's definitely. China's going to be the new global superpower, dude. That's not
that's China's natural place. In human history, China is the middle kingdom. They don't have, like, it's not wrong for them to think of that. Like,
well, I also know that, like, for a long time, we thought that, like, Africa was, like, the kind of cradle of, like, humans, right? Like, where humans, like, fully evolved. But more recently, they found evidence of even older human remains in Asia. So it's looking more like Asia's where the first humans evolved into humans.
Yeah, all I know is that throughout most of human history, everybody was trying to get what China had going on. Like, even the West, like the Roman Empire, one of the things that made the Roman Empire was so powerful.
Well, they had gunpowder so much sooner than anybody else.
Glass? No, the big thing that, like, the Europeans just had different applications for that stuff that proved more useful, but the Chinese had figured out how to make all of it long before the Europeans did.
Oof. Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't until the Silk Road that stuff really came over Europe. But yeah, no, I mean, China's inherited the people. I guess they'll start practicing low-level Mandarin. Yeah, may not be a bad idea.
Yeah, maybe Sky would be willing to teach us some.
Right. Look at that.
I've been learning a decent amount of Spanish recently.
That's good.
Mostly because I'm the only person that doesn't speak Spanish at my job. So, makes it a lot easier to communicate if you start learning it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, Afternoon Turn, have you gotten a chance to play this yet? Or play the beta at all? I know you were thinking about trying to get a hold of it later, but I wasn't sure if you actually did or not. Oh, nice, cool. Do you like it so far, or how are you feeling about it? Because if you've only played 11, this one's probably a bit faster than you're used to. Because 11 was a bit slower and technical. 11 felt like it was appealing to a tournament scene a little bit more, whereas this feels like it's trying to kind of be newcomer friendly and kind of a little more casual again. Which again is why I think you would do okay. If you did, like, and, you know, maybe not with other people online, but like computer arcade mode or whatever, you might do alright. It's solid. Hell yeah, man, I love it. I mean, obviously I'm a giant fan with the fucking giant dragon tattoo on my back.
Mess up as a baby witch.
Oh, of course the lag starts kicking in right at the windscreen too.
Alright, man. I'm gonna take you off.
Hey, no worries, man, no worries. You have a good night. Good seeing you.
It was good seeing you, Alex.
It's always too long between the time I see you.
To be fair, this was probably the shortest time.
5 days, probably.
This was very short, but I saw you very briefly last time.
That is true.
Oh. And then, I mean, Tim, you let me know when you got to go. Obviously, like, our normal time slot is until, like, 1 a.m. I usually we're not doing this in person, though, so yeah, if you let me know. You let me know. Otherwise, we're good.
Head out around, like, 12 or so.
Cool. Yeah, we'll end the stream at 12 then. Just do, like, just an hour shorter than usual.
Sweet. Alright,
but yeah, have a good...
See you on Tuesday, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, see you on Tuesday. Well, start Max Payne 2. This time,
Yeah, playable. A playable game.
A playable game.
Game. Nice.
We did joke about it being like Max Payne, oops, only blood trails. It is... It seems to be stuck, though. I mean, it's nice music, but...
Yeah, it is really nice music.
Actually, that's something about this game that I would note as being kind of an improvement over the last couple. I found the music fairly lackluster in the last couple of games. Like, I couldn't hum a single piece of music, but I find so far the music I've heard in this one to be far more energetic, memorable. Like, actually, I was like, there's real feeling to it.
It sounds more epic.
It does.
More, like, grand in scale.
Yeah. Okay. Is this just going to be stuck? Is this going to be stuck? Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't want to restart.
Still count as a win?
I mean, I did win.
They're just like, no, you disconnected.
Like, I won. Yeah, it seems like it's frozen. Which would be super annoying, because that means I have to restart the whole stream here. Because it froze. Alright, well, just give us a brief second. I have to restart the stream.
Goodbye, everyone.